Yo, this is DD Donut here, and welcome to the V4.2 in-depth video. Today, we are going to go over a list of things. We are going to go over rosters. We are going to go over courts, uniforms, new graphics, everything. This is the latest 2025 version from your boys Reborn Sports Network. Our Discord will be definitely in the description, so please check us out after you finish watching this video. And we also have some of us as YouTubers and TikTokers producing clips and videos and whatnot. So while you're in our Discord, make sure to check out those links as well. Spread the word about us. We've been working on this mod for about 2 or 3 years now, since the 2022-23 season, I believe. And we came a long way. We started on PlayStation 2. We was able to get to the files on PlayStation 3. And now we're here today to give you guys version 4.2 before the March Madness tourney gets out. And once again, I'm DD Donut. The links will be in the description. Check us out. So as you can see, we got version V 4.2. As a version 4, we went with the icy blue theme. The black screen fix, for those that actually watched the video or at least came across it one way or another, has been fixed. So you no longer have to go into freelancing practice mode, start it up, and then exit. You should be able to boot up just fine. A-okay. With that being said, let's go over the rosters first. I would like to give a heads up to Rut, or R-U-U-T. If you see my other videos, I've mentioned him before. He's responsible for these awesome rosters. I have the first version of these from the start of the season, so mine are not as accurate, but I'm sure he has dropped multiple versions since then. So be sure to check out Discord out, link in the description, for those that need it, so that you can get information and get the download for any versions that came out since. So as you can tell, here's the Big Ten. Iowa. It's just different. Maryland, Michigan State, Michigan, Minnesota, Nebraska, Northwestern, Ohio State, Penn State, Purdue, Rutgers, with obviously the two awesome top freshmen who are definitely going top 5, at worst top 7 in the upcoming NBA draft, Dylan Harper and Ace Bailey. I'm quite excited to see these players enter the draft and help their teams out, whoever's fortunate enough to get them. One moment, please. Looking at my notes. Alright, back to the rosters. Then we have Wisconsin to wrap up the Big Ten. Big 12, here's Baylor, VJ Edgecombe, another top 10 player coming into the NBA draft, in my opinion. Iowa State, Kansas, Kansas State, Oklahoma, Oklahoma State, TCU, Texas, Texas Tech, West Virginia. There's the Big 12. Big West right quick. Big West representing. Colonial. It's a lot of conferences, so gonna try to hit the major ones. LA Tech, Middle Tennessee, North Texas, Old Dominion, Rice, UAB, UTEP, UTSA, Western Kentucky, their ugly mascot. Air Force, Boise State, Colorado State, Fresno State, Nevada, New Mexico, San Diego State, San Jose State, UNLV, Utah State, Wyoming, Arizona with their Big 12 patch. All teams that have been realigned as recent as this season have their new patches, by the way. We'll get into that a little bit when we hop into the jersey section of this video. California, Colorado, Oregon, Oregon State, Stanford, UCLA, USC, Utah, Washington, Washington State. There you go. Alabama, SEC, Arkansas, Auburn, Florida, Georgia, Kentucky, LSU, Mississippi State, Missouri, Ole Miss, South Carolina, Tennessee, Texas A&M, and that's the SEC, the American and Cincinnati, Big 12 this year, East Carolina, Houston, Big 12, LaSalle, if I'm saying that correctly, Memphis was having a good year this year, SMU, South Florida, Temple, Tulane, Tulsa, UCF, and Wichita State. BYU checking in, big win today, or was that yesterday? Regardless, big win they had recently. Gonzaga, LMU, Pepperdine, Portland, St. Mary, San Diego, San Francisco, Santa Clara, that's the West Coast. Here's the WAC, GCU, New Mexico, Sam Houston, SUU, SFA, Texas Rio Grande, UT Arlington, Utah Valley State, Grand Canyon, New Mexico State. I said this team already. And there you go. That's a pretty brief overview of the rosters. As you can tell, all conferences do have their name, stats, even down to their class, state, height, weight, abilities, which we'll get to later in the graphics. As you can see, have been changed from the default game to represent their players a little bit more accurately to the skill set, or just to give it a more modern take. When you go to create a player in a creation zone, unfortunately there's no room based on the rosters. So let's take a look. Let's go to the weakest player. Okay, he looks good for some reason. Alright, as you can tell, we have new backgrounds, and this is a better look at the jerseys. That's what we'll talk a little bit more about in a few. Alright, and that's pretty much it for rosters. Like I said before, shout out to RUUT or Rut, whichever name he goes by. He's in the Discord, link in the description below, and you can ask him any questions or any thoughts that you have on the rosters. But shout out to him. This takes a huge amount of time, especially if you're doing it for 300 plus schools. So shout out to him one more time. RUUT or Rut. I think he has a PayPal somewhere, so give him a cup of coffee or whatnot. Let him go to Starbucks one of these days. Hard work. So now we will be moving on to, I kind of already discussed the black screen fix You don't have to worry about that anymore. As of V4.2, when you boot up the game on RPCS3, you should be able to go straight into it and see the opening cutscene with the music and whatnot going into the TV. With that being said, we will be going into the uniforms. First, the select jerseys. So there's a difference between, hold on, I need to fix my camera. Okay, I think we back. Alrighty, so we're gonna go over here to the, what's the first conference? The AEC. All conferences for the most part have been updated. I think there's about maybe 5 to 10 teams left, give us take, that needs to have their uniforms updated. So like I said, we've been having this mod for about 2 or 3 years now. So in that time frame, we were able to get to as many teams, to as many conferences as possible. So let's take a quick look at the AEC.
It's just different.
Burnhampton, Bryant, Maine, NJIT, UMass, UMBC, New Hampshire, Vermont. That's the AEC, ACC. And these are the select jerseys, by the way. So some teams may not have theirs looking the same as the rest of the teams, which will be addressed in updates, of course. Is Duke, Florida State. We have black ones, but there's something about these baby blues that just look good to me. Georgia Tech. Some teams do not have their select jerseys editable, so you may see that. That is not a glitch. Your game will not crash. You're A-OK. Louisville. Just like this as well. You notice it looks a little different than the rest of the teams. That's only because it was made to work for PS3. So no crashes, no invisible glitch will happen. If you see that, you're all good. Miami. North Carolina State. North Carolina. Notre Dame, which we will be updating as these are now out of date. Pittsburgh. Syracuse. Vanderbilt. Virginia. Virginia Tech. These still look good. Wake Forest. And that's the ACC. A-Sun. Like I said before, wasn't exported by the tool, so we can't edit it. No glitch, however. Eastern Kentucky. FGCU. Jacksonville. Jacksonville State. Kenna Stars. Won't be able to see those. Liberty. Not updated yet. Moving on to the A10. Davidson. Dayton. Fordham. George Washington. George Mason. Rhode Island. Richmond. St. Louis, the Billikens. The Bonnies. St. Joseph's. UMass. VCU, who court, by the way, is fixed, so no longer glitching on that court. as a V4.2. That's the A10, Big East, Butler, Creighton, DePaul, Georgetown, Marquette, Providence, Seton Hall, St. John's, UConn, Villanova, Xavier. That's the Big East. Big Sky, Eastern Washington. Ooh, this is a beautiful jersey, isn't it? Idaho. Get your potatoes from Idaho. Idaho State. We will get that updated. Montana. Montana State. North Colorado. NAU. Portland State. Sacramento State. Weber State. And that's the Big Sky. Big South right quick. Austin P. Campbell. Not updated yet. G-Web. Not yet. Not yet. And I believe that that's one of the conferences that we need to finish up. The Big South. The Big Ten Conference. My favorite team. U of I. They're fighting the line now, baby. Indiana. We just had a great win today. Iowa. Maryland. Who alt I think are in the game. I'm not sure yet. You guys can let me know. If not, we will definitely get them in the game. Michigan State, who will be receiving an update. Michigan. Minnesota. Nebraska, the Huskers. Wildcats of Northwestern. Ohio State. The Ohio State. Penn State. Purdue. Took a huge upset today against the Hoosiers. Rutgers. The Badgers. That's the Big Ten. Big 12. Iowa State. The Cyclones. Jayhawks. Kansas State. Yeah, that looks good. Oklahoma. Representing the SEC. Oklahoma State. TCU. Feeling this music. Texas. Hook'em. STC. Texas Tech. West Virginia. That's the Big 12. Big West. As you can tell, we got most conferences down pat. And you guys can always let us know or send us links or pictures in the Discord of teams and have new uniforms or uniforms that you think you would like to see in the game, we have no problem getting that in for you. Just let us know. Discord will be in the link in the description down below. I like this jersey a lot. Elon Hampton Hofstra Mammoth. Just thinking back, it took a long time to get this right, especially when we ran into issues such as the infamous invisible glitch that I am so glad is gone. Now chat, the Seahawks, William and Mary, here's Charlotte, FAU, Panthers. Do they have a, oh, yes they do. LA Tech, which I don't believe they're away, you can see. Middle Tennessee, North Texas, Mean Green, nice. Old Dominion, Rice, you lost to Rice. The Blazers, UTEP again, UTSA, Road Runners, Western Kentucky, and there you go. Speed through this a little bit. Detroit, oh, sorry guys, Cleveland State, Detroit. This team that I always butcher, you guys can help me out in the comments. Mastodons, Northern Kentucky, Yola, Oakland, Robert Morris, not chat, not chat, not chat, Southland Conference, not chat, Ivy League, Brown, Columbia, Cornell, Dartmouth, Harvard, Penn, Princeton, Yale, that's the Ivy League, the MAAC, Canisius, Fairfield, Iona, Jaspers, Marist, Mount St. Mary, Purple Eagles, Quinnipiac, Ryder, St. Peter's, Siena. There you go. The MAC action, baby. Akron, Ball State, Bowling Green, Buffalo, Central Michigan, Eastern Michigan, Kent State, Miami of Ohio, NIU, Ohio, Toledo, the Broncos of Western Michigan, that's the MAC, MEAC, Coppin State, Delaware State, Howard, James Madison, Eastern Shore, Morgan State, the Spartans, South Carolina State, the Valley, not yet though, Bradley, Drake, Evansville, UIC, the Flames, Redbirds, Indiana State, Missouri State, Murray State, Northern Iowa, SIU, Valpo, Mountain West, Air Force, Boise State, Colorado State, Fresno State, Nevada, switch this up, New Mexico, San Diego State, San Jose State, UNLV, Utah State, Wyoming, I don't believe this conference is done yet, the NEC. Not done yet. Mississippi Valley State, Morehead State, SEMO, Southeastern Missouri, Tennessee State, Tennessee Tech, Little Rock, Tennessee Martin, not yet, Western Carolina. And by the way, we will have new D1 teams in the game. Their uniforms, courts, the whole shebang. They will be in the game. So look out for that as well if you haven't already seen it. They will replace some of the classic teams and teams that are no longer D1. Moving on to the Pac-12, as they were at the time of this game. Arizona, representing the Big 12. Arizona State, California, Colorado, Big 12, Oregon, Big 10, Oregon State, Stanford, ACC, along with California, UCLA in the Big 10. The rosters are based on realignment as of 2022. In order to get it accurate to 2025, we need it to be hex edited. That's the goal right now. So for those that have questions about why this team is in this conference and whatnot, that's the reason. It needs to be hex edited. Nothing to do with the model. Utah, Washington, Big 10, Washington State, Cougars, represent the WCC. This conference is not done yet. The Patriot, SEC, Alabama, Arkansas, Auburn, shout out to them, #1 team right now. Johnny Broom, Florida, Georgia, who away team you cannot, well not team, but their away jersey you cannot see yet because the tool once again did not export that file, so we cannot edit it. But here's Georgia and their away jerseys. I know it said alternate, but these are their away jerseys. Kentucky, who created the infamous invisible glitch that is no longer around as of V4.2. Grab it from Discord. Link will be in the description. Reborn Sports Network, baby. LSU, Mississippi State, Missouri. Mizzou. We coming for you. Ole Miss. South Carolina. Volunteers of Tennessee. Texas A&M, who just took a loss to Tennessee today. Not yet. Not yet. Furman was done. This is another conference that is not fully complete. Mercer, Sanford, the Citadel. Shout out to my Mass Effect players. UNC, VMI, not done yet. I don't believe this team is done yet. American Conference, based on the rosters. Cincinnati, pulling up in the Big 12. East Carolina. The Cougars of Houston. LaSalle, the Explorers. Memphis. SMU. ACC. South Florida. Temple. Tulane. Tulsa. UCF. Wichita State. There you go. The SWAC. Alabama A&M. Alabama State. Alcorn State. Golden Lions. Bethune-Cookman. Florida A&M. Grambling State. Jackson State. Prairie View. Southern. Texas Southern. I don't believe this has been done yet. Oh, Denver is done. North Dakota State. Oral Roberts. Pacific. Jackrabbits. South Dakota. Their funny looking logo. Kansas City. Western Illinois. Sunbelt. App State. Arkansas State. Coastal Carolina. Georgia Southern, who just recently had their unis updated. Georgia State. Louisiana. Marshall. South Alabama. Southern Miss. Texas State. Troy. ULM. The Warhawks. West Coast, BYU. Representing the Big 12, Gonzaga. LMU. Show that one more time. Pepperdine. Portland. SMC. St. Mary's. San Diego. San Francisco. Santa Clara. Shout out to Steve Nash. There you go. The WAC, GCU. New Mexico State,
Hello, Moto.
Sam Houston State, SUU, SFA, Texas Rio Grande, bobbing my head to his music, UT Arlington, the Maverick, Utah Valley State, and there you go. So that's pretty much what you are going to expect with the 4.2. We'll clean up some of the jerseys that are missing in the game or haven't been done as of yet, and we will be making announcements about that. Once again, the Donut.TV Twitch, that's my name on there, representing Reborn Sports Network, and Discord will be in the link down below. So check us out. Tell your friend, tell your mom, tell your grandma, tell anybody, especially with March Madness right around the corner. Come grab this hot new mod today. Alright, with that being said, we are now moving on to courts. We're going to talk about the courts now. So we're going to head over to practice. We won't go over every single team court because that would be too long of a segment. So we're going to go over the bigger teams, the more popular teams, the major schools. Let's start off with Duke. My boy Cooper Flag. Come on. And Con. Alright, as you can tell, the court has been updated with the more modern version of the ACC. Not the most drastic of changes, but we are able to change things like the wood textures and logos and even the texture mapping of said logos or whatnot if you want to change it. Just giving a little view of the court. There you go. Let's move on to Florida State. One of their alts. As you can tell, we changed it. Got the big logo. Just love these blue jerseys. There you go. That's Florida State. Alright, we can do a few more teams. Let's hop into the Big Ten. You know you gotta represent my team. U of I. Fighting the line now. State Farm Center. Get a zoom out version. There you go. That looks good. To Ohio State. Let's take a look at their court. A10. This looks good. Alright. Let's hit up Texas. We also updated the courts too for all the teams that have new conferences. Where's my boy at? Where's my boy? Is he the shooting guard? No, he's not starting. That's understandable. Now I see why the team is having the season that they're having. Anywho, take a look at their court. You know, some teams don't have the most drastic change. But I know small touches like this helps with immersion. Let's check out a team that have had a drastic change. Take a look at the preview. Bam! There's one of the many teams that have had a drastic change to their courts. And I don't think I have to mention that this is one of my favorite courts in the entire mod. TCU Horned Frogs. Let's take a look at this baby in its full glory. Like I said, we can change the wood textures and other textures amongst the courts to give it that modern look. One of my favorite courts in the game. Big 12. Let's go back to the A10. Let's take a look at Dayton. Trying to cover as much conferences as possible. Just Dayton's. That's Dayton. Let's go to Memphis. Should be in the American Conference. I believe they had another good change. Take a look at their preview. Bam! This is the court that you will see in the mod as a V4.2. Well, this has been in the mod for a while, but you know what I'm trying to say. I made that. Anyway, let's take a look. Just wonderful. Another team in the same conference, FAU. They're not in the same conference. I don't have time to remember what conference they're in, so I'm going to do the old-fashioned way. And look for them this way. FAU, I believe they have a gorgeous court as well. Take a look at this old thing. And take a look at this. Shout out to the Reborn Sports modders. They really cooked hard with this one. The palm trees. Nice touch. Would I make that? Take a look. car. Lovely. Alright. Take a look at the Panthers. Put them in their alts. Their ways. Only because I'm not sure if they're in the game or not. Pretty basic. Not all courts got the most drastic of changes. Let's go to another team. Let's hit up Arizona. Doesn't look like this. Alright. Something to just represent the Big 10, or excuse me, Big 12. Courts will always be worked on. California, ACC. And then we're going to get into the tournament courts. Very nice court. Alright, we also was able to update the courts for the tournament. That goes for conference tournaments as well. That is something that I will have to show you in a later video while we explore Legacy. But for now, we are able to take a look at some of the tourney courts. Now, I must mention, the courts that belong to NBA teams at the time of this game, you can only edit so much without taking it away from the team that it's representing or whatnot. But other courts, however, we was able to give a nice makeover. So we're just going to use the teams that qualified by default. Let's find Duke. That's usually the team that I go to for these. Alright, then let's pull up in the Honda Center to see what it looks like.
Hoops on 2K Sports. The Missouri State Bears take on the Duke Blue Devils.
As
Welcome,
you can
college
tell,
basketball fans,
looks different.
to this first round game.
Ignore that Elite 8. That's something that we're going to change.
The official performance machines of the NCAA.
Let's turn our friends down a little bit. No, better yet, turn them off. Ooh, let's turn that off too. My apologies, guys. Alright. That should do it. Alright. We're gonna go over the gameplay in a moment. Just wanted to give a look at one of the tournament courts. I know it says Elite 8, but that will be changed at a later date. Alright, let's sim this game. Hopefully we win. We should win, right? And somebody gets hurt. No, I do not want to stop simulation. Alright, let's exit. Let's move on to the next round. We're still at the Honda Center, so we're going to skip this round as well. Now we go to US Airway, which is one of those NBA arenas in a game that you can't do too much changes on, but we'll take a look and see what was able to be done as Duke takes on UConn in this demonstration. Slap on their alts, why not? Yes, logos as well has been changed when you enter a game. They have not been changed when you select your teams and your jerseys, but in the game and during the weekly show, they have been changed. So as you can tell, not too much of a drastic change with this particular court, because again, it's representing the NBA team, so it's not much you can change. You know, besides the mid logo and the logo that you see on the side to represent the NCAA as they are now. So we're gonna go ahead and send through this one. And someone else gets hurt again. And we move on. So now we can get to the final four. As my camera once again goes crazy. Alright, I'm back. That's happening. After we wrap up looking at the courts, we'll get into the weekly show to show you guys how that looks, and then we'll be wrapping up soon after. So we're in the final four. So let's take a look. Going against the Aggies. Once again, shout out to the whole Reborn Sports Network team. They work extremely hard to bring to you a beloved game, a beloved series that, in my opinion, ended way too soon. But that's besides the point. Let's take a look at this Final Four court in San Antonio, which is funny because in a roundabout way, it's a full circle. This game, you know, when it came out, if you was around or if you discovered during your time playing the game, you know, the Final Four in 2007 was in San Antonio. So pretty cool. A little factoid for you. All right, let's take a look at this bad boy over here. If your team's able to make it, this is where you guys will be balling at. Beautiful. And there you go. That's some of the tournament courts that you will see. Alright. There's a little bit more we can show ya. Let's take a trip into here. The arena in Birmingham. This court has been edited to represent the American Conference tournament, so it's a shared court, meaning that whatever we do to it will be applied to whatever courts utilize this in the game. But it's still cool to have something updated. This also will be a good way to show off the conference tournaments court. Alright, let's go ahead and sim this game. Alright, let's take a look at the St. Pete forum. Reborn Sports Network. Discord will be in the link. Check out twitch.tv/DDDonut. I will be live streaming this game and other mods that we have. We have about 4 or 5 mods going around right now. Please check us out. Once again, Reborn Sports Network. We are a team full of inspiring modders trying to make games of the old new again. Alright, so we're taking a look at this court here. Hold on. Sorry guys, music had turned off. Let's get back to full screen. Alright, we're back guys. So as you can tell, this is another shared court for the Battle for Atlantis court, one of the preseason tournaments in Legacy mode. Looks good. Alright, let's go ahead and move on to Reliant Stadium. Alright, VCU. Smack that Alton. I just like the alts in the game, they look so good. Alright, let's take a look at this court. Yeah, this is one of another courts that is representing a major professional team, so only so much you can do. Lighter floor or lighter wood texture, updated NCAA logos. Those State Farm banners we can edit. And there you go. Let's see if there's any more. Nope, and that's it. By the way, a tournament file will be going out during Selection Sunday. I will be watching for the teams and where they're placed. And as that's happening, I will be placing them in this mod, in this game. And then I will save it and then release it to the community. So be on the lookout for that. I believe March 16th is Selection Sunday. I could be wrong about that, but regardless, when it's happening, I will be there. So look out for this file so you guys can relive the tournament after it happens, or maybe you can edit some things. Maybe there's some teams that you thought should have got in, or some teams that had no reason to be in. Alright, we're going to back out of here and hop into a new legacy. You can customize the conferences further than 2022. Of course, it won't be as accurate, but the option is there. We're going to go running with Duke. Hi, Coach. Yeah, Miami's trying to take away Mr. Lucas, I heard. The ABL. Be on the lookout. We will be updating their uniforms. So for all my friends who play the ABL games, look out for an update on that. This will be a good time to talk about graphics. As you can see, we got new logos. It's the preseason show. Now, I'm not going to show it because I know this already worked and this wasn't really an issue for people. What was an issue for people, if they wasn't already experiencing the invisible glitch, was the weekly show crashing. And I believe I found the fix for that. So in addition to the tournament file, I will be dropping a configuration file that should fix that issue for you guys as well. Of course, in the Discord, link down in the description, you guys can always hit me up or hit up one of the developers and let us know how that's working for you. It's a never-ending process, but I feel like with version 4.2, we definitely nipped it in the butt. So let's take a look at some of the things you can see. The new icy blue nav that you will already have seen before entering legacy mode. If you go over to the rosters, we already seen the created player tab. I wanted to show this. The recruiting rating that you can see up top, we changed it to blue. Hey, shout out to him, top pick. Gotta love the accuracy. The map got updated. Yeah. If you look closer to the logo next to the hometown, if they're Mr. Basketball of the state, that logo has been updated. Alright, let's back out of here. Like I said, the logos only take place, or you're able to see the logos when you're entering the game and during the weekly show. So outside of those two locations, the logos will be default. So what I want to do is get to a weekly show. So we're going to simulate to the Princeton game because the weekly show does not start until, well, actually we can show a little bit of the preview show. Why not? All right, simulate the Midnight Madness. Yes. So as you can tell, top left corner, we changed the logo to give it a more CBS flair. I feel like without licensing, this is the direction that they was going or hinting at. So we decided to take it a step further and try to implement it as much as we can throughout the game. Go ahead and skip this. I have my audio off, so that's why you can't hear the commentators. So yeah, like I said, this was never an issue. Just taking a look at some of the differences you can see. CBS logo in the background. This beautiful exit screen. And we are back. So yeah, that's what you can expect to see from the preview show. So let's go ahead and get to Princeton. Simulate. Let me fix my webcam again. There I go. Let's simulate. I know this game came out in 2007, but the simulation is something that I can't get used to again. Alright, let's take a look at the weekly show. ESPN background. Hopefully you saw Cooper flag. Hey Cooper. He'll be staring at you. So as you can see, we got a different background for the weekly shows. Everything that's been updated in the game will be reflected. It's hard to see, but you can see the new logo to the right. It shows at this part of the weekly show, and so far no crashes. So like I said before, that configuration file that I'll be dropping soon, be on the lookout for that. This part is where they show their old logos for some reason. I know it's kind of weird without hearing the commentators. And then you see the current day logos change. So far so good. Nothing should be happening as far as crashes or invisible glitches or players. So once again, this is an awesome mod. We have other mods, football, baseball. Come check us out. Now this is, oh okay, I was about to say we have an invisible glitch, but no we don't. The ball just bounced off the rim funny from an interesting angle. But while we're on that subject, if you do see it, please let us know in the Discord. Once again, it will be in the description. I will post it in the link below. Check us out, spread the word, come support us, hang out with us. If you got ideas, if you want to learn how to mod this game yourself, hop into the Discord. Link will be in the description down below. Reborn Sport Network. So yeah, I'm so happy to have gotten this weekly show down packed for you guys. And then there you go. That's the conclusion of it. So far, so good. And then that brings you back. And then we can go ahead and exit out of here. And before I get to the shrine, because that also has been fixed, I've been told in the Discord that people have been experiencing crashes while trying to go to the shrine outside of legacy mode. Hold on, let me turn my music back on. I need to vibe. There we go. So as I was saying, well, I kind of forgot what I was saying. I know I was talking about the graphics and everything in this game. But, oh yeah, the shrine. So I know it's been broken for people when you're trying to go to it. But as of version 4.2, you should be able to go into the shrine, as you can see. Even updated it a little bit with the team's logo, Reborn Sport Network. Once again, the link will be down in the description. Check us out. Change some of the images. Shout out to AJ, the future #1 pick of 2026 draft in my estimation. He committed to BYU. That money. Taking a look at some of the teams that will be participating in this year's March Madness. So yeah, as of now, hey Johnny, as of now you are able to access the shrine outside of legacy mode. And that's about it. Like I said before, we have some teams that still need to be updated that haven't been touched yet. That's about 5 to 10 teams. We have some other teams that uniforms may need to be updated to 2025, so they're a little outdated. We still have some courts to work on, or courts to update now that we have better knowledge about editing those courts. And the weekly show, as you've seen, is working now. No crashes. And the shrine is working outside of legacy. no crashes. But if anything is to happen or was to happen, please let me know down in the Discord. The link will be in the description. I cannot stress this enough. You can also hit me up and follow me on twitch.tv/ddonut. You can follow me on X. You can follow me on Facebook. All those links will be in the description. If you need help, I will be able to help you and get you setting and looking pretty for this awesome mod just in time for the upcoming March Madness tournament. So, with that being said, this is DD Donut, or you can call me Walking Down Yay in Discord. Signing out, Reborn Sports Network. Come check us out, man. Come, you seen the mod? Come check us out. Do it. Don't waste no time. Do it. Out.